Humans are diverse and beautiful, and that shows in our incredible uniqueness. You may think you have seen the most amazing people in the world, but we bet you haven't met any like the people on this list, including those born with rare syndromes or others with impressive records. From the young boy who was born with two faces to a woman with the most painful condition in the world, here are the 15 most unusual people you won't believe exist. Let's start off with number 15, Lali Singh. This little girl was born on March 11, 2008, in the village of Saini Sunpura in northern India, to parents Vinod and Sushma Singh. She was born with an extremely rare medical condition called craniofacial duplication, in which a single head displays two full faces. Lali has two noses, two sets of lips, and 4 eyes. It's not an AI-generated image, it's 100% real. Everything is duplicated except for the ears. Despite her appearance, doctors stated that Lali was doing well. She had no breathing problems, could drink milk from both mouths, and was able to blink and move all 4 eyes. Her birth caused a stir in the community. Locals began worshipping her, believing she was a reincarnation of the Hindu goddess Durga, known for her power and courage. People visited daily, offering gifts and asking for blessings. Local authorities even considered building a temple in her name. However, the medical staff and family decided that surgery wasn't needed, since Lali had no serious health issues and behaved like any healthy child. Number 14, Tammy Slayton. Tammy is a television personality from Kentucky who gained recognition through the TLC show 1,000 Pound Sisters, which premiered in 2020. The program follows Tammy and her sister Amy as they face extreme obesity and work toward change. At her peak, Tammy weighed more than 725 pounds and battled major health issues, including breathing trouble so severe it led to a tracheotomy. In 2022, she underwent bariatric surgery, which drastically helped her weight loss efforts. Since then, Tammy has shed over 500 pounds. Her journey also included skin removal surgery to ease movement and comfort, especially in areas like her arms, lower abdomen, and chin. Throughout her story, Tammy faced hospital stays, setbacks, and complications, including infections and times when she couldn't move at all. But she continued pushing forward, sharing her progress publicly. Today, she's still improving, gaining independence, and rebuilding her health. Her determination, honesty, and steady progress have inspired countless viewers and fans worldwide. Number 13, Anjali Kumari and Keshav Kumar. Anjali Kumari, 8 years old, and her baby brother Keshav, around 18 months, live in Ranchi, Jharkhand, India. They both suffer from two extremely rare genetic disorders, cutis laxa and progeria, which cause their skin to sag, wrinkle, and age prematurely. Their parents, Shatrughan Rajak and Rinki Devi, first noticed something odd after Anjali recovered from pneumonia at 6 months old. Her skin stayed loose and dry. After Keshav's birth, his skin began showing similar signs. Although these illnesses affect their appearance and can cause joint pain, neither child is bedridden. Anjali attends school and plays with friends. Still, life is difficult. Strangers often stare. Children mock her, calling her grandma, old lady, and monkey. Their family is poor. Their father works as a laundryman and can't afford specialized treatment. Most remedies are homeopathic and have little effect. Some help came from the NGO Care Today Fund and the Jharkhand government, but there's no cure, only supportive care. Number 12, Radhuan Charbib. Radhuan was born on October 27, 1968, in Ras Jebel, Tunisia. One of 11 siblings, he had a typical upbringing until age 15, when his height began to skyrocket. By 17, he was approximately 2.17 meters, around 7 feet 2 inches. Over the following years, his growth didn't slow. By 30, Charbib was officially recognized by Guinness World Records as the tallest living man, standing at roughly 2.35 meters, 7 feet 8.8 inches. With extreme height came major difficulties. He required custom-made clothes, wore size 22 shoes, and had a pituitary disorder that disrupted his body's growth regulation. He also dealt with strain from his gigantism, including metabolic complications. Even so, Charbib remained private and humble, avoiding fame unlike many record holders. He kept a regular job and continued living in Tunisia after receiving the title. His reign as the tallest man ended on January 15, 2005, when Bao Shishun was officially measured and found to be just slightly taller. Number 11. Ezekiel Mehigo. Well, I feel pretty sad for this guy. Ezekiel has lived through more than 30 years of blindness and physical decline due to advanced leprosy. With no vision, he's had to rely on a rope just to navigate his surroundings safely. As if that weren't already unbearable, Ezekiel recently lost one of his legs, an amputation that added even more hardship. Yet even through it all, he hasn't lost hope. Despite being neglected for years and facing slow, irreversible damage from the disease, a kind stranger eventually stepped in to offer help, a rare act of humanity in a situation full of pain. Leprosy today is treatable, but Ezekiel's case was diagnosed far too late to undo most of the harm. His story stands as a hard truth about what happens when treatment comes too slowly. But more than that, it's a reflection of perseverance. It reminds us how even one act of compassion can offer light, and how important early medical attention truly is. Number 10. Igor Vovkovinsky. Igor was born in 1982 in Bar, Ukraine. From the start, doctors noticed something different. He was growing at an abnormal pace. By the age of 7, Igor had already surpassed 6 feet in height. In 1989, his family relocated to Rochester, Minnesota, in search of medical help. There, doctors found a tumor pressing against his pituitary gland, which caused excessive production of growth hormone, a rare disorder called pituitary gigantism. Igor's height continued to climb until he reached a staggering 7 feet 8.3 inches, or 234.5 centimeters, earning the title of tallest man in the United States, officially confirmed by Guinness World Records in 2010. But towering height brought complications. Igor endured multiple surgeries on his legs and lived with persistent pain. He even struggled to find shoes until Reebok crafted custom ones, size 26, 10E, funded by online support. Despite everything, Igor stayed optimistic, used his platform to uplift others, and proudly represented Ukraine before passing away in 2021. Number 9. Jose Antonio Ramirez Serrano. This boy from Mexico faced a terrifying reality, a huge tumor growing larger than his head. He was born with a rare vascular condition called venous lymphangioma, which caused a tumor to form along his neck and shoulder. As he grew, the growth expanded, making it difficult for him to breathe, eat, or even turn his head. For years, doctors in his hometown were powerless to help. Then, through the efforts of American missionaries and donations, Jose was flown to the University of New Mexico Children's Hospital. There, a team of 25 specialists performed a grueling 12-hour surgery to remove nearly 1/3 of the tumor. Before surgery, doctors even used low doses of Viagra to shrink blood vessels feeding the growth, making the procedure safer. The surgery saved his life. Today, Jose breathes freely, goes to school, and continues to recover. His story is a living example of hope, courage, and medical miracles combined. Number 8. Mithun Chauhan. This young man from Bihar was born with neurofibromatosis, which is a rare genetic disorder that causes painful tumors to form across the body. His early years were typical, but as he grew, small lumps began appearing on his face, arms, and torso. Over time, the growths became massive. They distorted his features, blocked his vision, and made everyday life painful. He was mocked constantly. In school, teachers denied him entry. Strangers whispered. Some even labeled him cursed. His condition wasn't contagious, but that didn't stop the isolation. His name was forgotten, replaced by ridicule. Everything changed when a fundraising campaign helped cover surgery. Doctors successfully removed many of the largest tumors. For the first time in years, he could see more clearly and walk without shame. Now, he spends time with friends, plays cricket, and dreams of opening a small business. Most importantly, people no longer look away, and they finally call him by his real name again. All right, guys, now, let's head over to number 7, Squirmy and Grubs. Squirmy and Grubs is a YouTube channel run by Shane Burkaw and Hannah Aylward Burkaw, a married couple who openly share their interrelated relationship and daily life. Shane has spinal muscular atrophy, a rare neuromuscular disorder that causes progressive muscle weakness and confines him to a wheelchair. Hannah serves as his caregiver in many parts of their routine, though they stress that their bond goes far beyond caregiving. They created their channel to show the humor, challenges, and love in their partnership, and to break stereotypes around disability. Their story began when Hannah saw a documentary about Shane, reached out through email, and the two began a long-distance relationship before moving in together. Over time, they've combined storytelling with advocacy, addressing ableism and accessibility in schools and events. While admired for their openness, they've also faced criticism. Despite that, their audience keeps growing, making them powerful voices for disability awareness online. Number 6, Supatra Sasuphan. Supatra Sasuphan from Thailand holds the Guinness World Record for being the world's hairiest girl, but her story is one of confidence, self-acceptance, and resilience. Supatra was born with a rare condition known as Ambrose syndrome, often referred to as werewolf syndrome, which causes excessive hair growth across the body. Only a handful of people in the world are known to have it. Growing up, she endured constant stares, cruel comments, and teasing. Many children avoided her, and strangers whispered when she passed by. Yet instead of letting it break her spirit, Supatra chose strength. With support from her family and friends, she learned to love her appearance and see her uniqueness as beauty. Her courage made her a global inspiration. Over time, she began appearing on media platforms to share her story, teaching others to embrace their differences. Supatra's journey is proof that beauty isn't defined by perfection. It's defined by the courage to be yourself completely. So, never give up. Number 5, Deddy Koswara. This Indonesian carpenter became globally known for his struggle with epidermodysplasia verruciformis, which is a rare condition that causes bark-like growths to spread across the body. His condition began at age 10 after a minor knee injury led to wart-like bumps. Over time, these turned into massive tree-like clusters that grew over his hands, feet, and even face. They made daily life nearly impossible. Deddy couldn't use his hands, walk properly, or work. The condition was caused by a genetic mutation that weakened his immune system, allowing the human papillomavirus to thrive. While treatments such as cryotherapy and surgical removal offered limited relief, there was no permanent cure. Despite his struggles, Deddy became a symbol of strength. He endured endless procedures and public curiosity with quiet dignity. His story brought global attention to EV and the need for research. Even through discomfort and disfigurement, Deddy showed what it means to carry pain with grace and strength. Number 4, Gail Appelgren. Despite living with a severe form of neurofibromatosis that covers nearly 90% of her body with painful tumor-like growths, 58-year-old Gail Appelgren from Edmonton, Canada, never stopped believing in love. She inherited the condition from her mother and was diagnosed at 12. The disorder causes tumors to develop along nerves, sometimes even on the brain and spinal cord, leading to constant surgeries and pain. Gail has undergone more than 40 operations to remove tumors and treat skin cancers caused by her condition. But her greatest battle was public judgment. She was often stared at, avoided, and even banned from public pools because of her appearance. Everything changed in August 2010 when she met Tim Golya, a man with a milder form of the same condition. He saw beyond her scars and understood her pain. After just a few dates, they realized their connection ran deep. They prove love sees beyond appearance. Number 3. Li Hua. Living your life bent completely forward, with your face buried into your chest. That was Li Hua's reality for over 2 decades. He was diagnosed with ankylosing spondylitis, a progressive spinal condition that causes the bones in the spine to fuse. His body slowly curved forward until he was trapped in a fixed, folded position. His chin pressed into his chest rested against his thighs, and he couldn't lie down, stand upright, or look ahead. For more than 20 years, Li lived like that, in pain, unable to function normally. Most doctors thought surgery would be too risky. But in 2020, a team at Shenzhen University General Hospital, led by Dr. Tao Huan, took the chance. Through 4 dangerous surgeries, they slowly broke and rebuilt his spine, one section at a time. The procedure worked. After nearly 30 years bent in half, Li Hua stood straight. It wasn't just a medical triumph. It was a victory of willpower and belief. Number 2. Tom Staniford. This elite cyclist from the United Kingdom defies almost every biological rule known to science. He was born with an incredibly rare condition called MDP syndrome, a mitochondrial disorder that prevents the body from storing fat beneath the skin. Only a handful of people worldwide are known to have it. Despite eating high-calorie diets, Tom's body remains extremely lean, giving him a strikingly angular appearance, with defined bones and rigid joints. The condition also causes stiffness, fragile bones, hearing loss, and type 2 diabetes, despite his lack of body fat. But what defines Tom is not his disorder, it's his perseverance. From a young age, he fell in love with cycling and refused to let his physical limitations slow him down. Through determination and rigorous training, he rose to become a national paracycling champion in 2011. Later diagnosed officially through genetic testing, Tom now advocates for people with rare diseases. He's also a lawyer and public speaker, proving that resilience always wins. Number 1. Amar Bharati. In 1973, Amar Bharati, a former clerk from New Delhi, made a decision that would reshape his life. After leaving behind his wife and children, he dedicated himself fully to Lord Shiva. 3 years into his spiritual journey, he raised his right arm into the air as a symbol of peace and devotion, and never lowered it again. For the first 2 years, the pain was excruciating. Eventually, his arm went numb, the muscles wasted away, and it became completely locked in place. His fingers curled into hardened claws, and the limb thinned into a stiff, lifeless shape. Today, it remains permanently upright, a physical testament to his vow. Bharati says he won't bring it down until the end of his life. To him, it's more than just a sacrifice. It's a message. It stands against war, honors faith, and reflects spiritual endurance. His arm hasn't moved in over 50 years, and neither has his commitment to his belief. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for hanging with us, and we'll see you soon in the next one.